if you, so let's just say if you have a hard time being patient, like your patience is horrible, right? And so you buy, you know, I don't want to go into investing yet. Let's say your patience in real life, you're in traffic, right? And I'm saying this because my New Yorkers, my people up north, period. You motherfuckers burn my bridges with this. Look, I'm in traffic, the light go green. Soon as it go green, I'm like, motherfucker, the light just turned green. Like,
Hurry
relax.
up, nigga. Hurry up.
Right now, I'm using that example though because that is a impatient characteristic. Now, that is the same person that in the market, when they buy something and it goes up $2, give me that. They impatient. They're like, I got to get it now, right? I see green, time to go, right? And so when the market goes up, you see green, you blow the horn, push the sell button, and you get out. And then what always happens 5 months later, 2 years later, 5 years later, it's way up there. And it's like, yeah, you weren't patient, were you? Right. And so that's just one example. And so what I'm trying to make the similarities and the congruencies that I'm trying to show is that real life, the better you get in life, the better you are at trading. Now, the reason why I say this is because I work with thousands of people, right? What I've noticed, we took a consensus, over the last 6 years, I've noticed the people who are best at the stock market and investing, period, maybe 4 to 5 different people, married folks. And when I say married, they've been married for a minute. And I'll tell you why. Married people, people who read and finish books consistently, people who start and finish and get results from a diet slash workout routine, and people who start some type of, whether it's hygiene regimen, whatever it is, they start a regimen and they get from start to finish and get the result, right? Now, why do I say that? Because how you do anything, how you do everything, right? The people who have sticking or staying power, who commit to something and see it through, they're disciplined, right? Those are the best investors. Those are the best stock traders. Those are the best people, right? I've been married for, we've been together almost 6 years, 5 years. I don't plan on it, first of all, but I'm not, I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm not looking elsewhere. First of all, my wife's fine in the mother. So yeah, I don't need nothing else, right?
Oh, for shout out, white man. Oh,
hold on, you get
Sure.
one of these for that. You get one of these. Talk to him. You get
these nuts.
But no, it's one of those things, man, that even my character, I'm not looking to get out there and cheat and do all this crazy stuff. I tell people, I say, listen, I talk to a lot of my homeboys or people who are like, look, man, how can I do this trading thing? Just answering your question. I said, look at your lifestyle, look at your routine. If you come in the gym or you come everywhere and you're like, where the hoes at? Because that's how we used to do. Where the hoes at? Where the women at, man? What? I said, you're not gonna be a good stock trader, man. When my women are, I'll give you another one. So for my women, a characteristic that lets me know women aren't going to be good stock traders. If I come into a room with a woman and she's like, I really want to trade, I say, hey, your last, how many relationships you've been in over the last, 10 years, whatever. I say, oh, I've been in 4 relationships. Cool. Why did they end? If she tells me that all the men, it was their fault, you're not gonna be a stock trader, baby. Why? Because you don't know how to take accountability. Now, I say that because right? And so I say that because in this game, including dating, there's a level of accountability that must be, you got to get it. You got to get it. And so in trading, you got to be able to say, damn, what did I do wrong? And based on what I did wrong, how can I fix it? Because if it's not your fault, you can't fix it, right? So if it's the news fault, if it's Trump fault, if it's fucking, Doge, whatever it is, if you blaming everybody else, you can't fix what went wrong, right? Which means every time you go in, you're gonna look for somebody else to blame, meaning the same thing that keep happening to you is gonna keep happening, right? And so you're gonna keep hitting your head against the wall every time, right? And that's in relation. I use that too in a relationship too. If you don't figure out that last few times your relationships didn't work out, it's because you was doing something crazy, or I don't know, your breath stink. I don't know. And you get to the next one and your breath still stink, baby. He gonna leave you again because you didn't fix the breath. Right. And so that's kind of like what I'm getting at here. It's understanding the congruencies, man, between real life and investing. It's the same thing. And until you get one right, say it again, bro.
My forte, because this nigga right here, he said, this is why I did the Diddy memoirs. I'm investing in Sony right now. I need a camcorder. First of all, you the type of nigga that invested in the Wiz. Nigga put $1 million in Sears. Ice-T, stay safe. You know I love you, Polar Nights, but you got Ice-T shit, man. I love you.
Now listen, if I'm Onk, you Ice-T, but see, take ownership. Take ownership, man. If I'm Onk, you Ice-T, man. You see, it came full circle. You was laughing and shit when they was calling me Onk on YouTube. You was fucking crying and shit.
He be on every episode.
So what? You do Ice-T. But I wanna say this to you. Is it possible to be both? And I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? I'm gonna use myself. I'm gonna take accountability for myself, right? When it comes to sitting in traffic,
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh!
I'm a fucking savage. That light turned green. You got 2.5 seconds to move your jalopy. I don't give a fuck if you in a Bentley. Anything that's not moving is a piece of shit. Move that piece of shit right now. The light is green. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
But so I do get road rage when it comes to traffic. I hate traffic. But like I said, when it comes to money, financially, I am the top tier of my family. There is nobody that's made it to my level before me in 4 generations. And I am the patriarch technically of my family, right? I am very, very good with money. I am very, very good with sticking to, like you said, like I got a fitness company, right? I've looked this way for 20, 25 years. I work out religiously. You understand what I'm saying? I bought and built my own house, my own home. And I 9 out of 10, I always have like $100,000 cars, and that's me. So I'm very, I've lived this life consistently for the last, let's say 25 years straight. So at this point, I can say I've had money longer than I've been broke, right? So I do agree with what you said with how you do one thing is how you do everything. But using myself as a personal example, and anybody knows me will vouch for this. Yes, I do get road rage and I am impatient on certain things, right? Like if people do stupid shit, my temper is instant. Like stop playing with me. I'm not the one to like shit like that. No patience. But when it comes to like systems, right? Cuz will be laughing all the time because like when our guests come up, I got notebooks, I write shit down. Like I'm meticulous like that. A lot of people laugh at me when I'm in the gym. I still write my routines down in the notebook. People be like, yo, it's apps for that. And I'm like, it's my system. It's how I learn. I like to write things down and see it visually. I think that I would be very good at trading because I would understand the principles of how to trade and the system of it, right? You know what I mean? So what do you think about a person actually being able to be both? Have you had people that can do both? I think I could do
sure,
both.
man. I would say for sure. And I look at it, I like to use everything basketball. That's my thing. But I look at it like this, man. Basketball is a tall man's sport, but every now and then you're gonna get that motherfucker that's 5'8" dunking on people, right?
Right.
It's possible, right?
Right.
Is it ideal? Maybe not. But you can do it, yeah, for sure. I know motherfuckers right now on Wall Street that snort cocaine a couple times a week, right? And make millions of dollars.
Facts.
Right.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Yeah. I know rich men who make a killing in the market that cheat on their wife.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, for sure it's possible. Right. I think at that point, then this is where it gets down to it. So all of those is what I would consider for the most part anomalies. Right. Like you figured out how to play both sides almost. Right. Now, with all anomalies, these motherfuckers are smooth because they figured out the game on both sides, right? And so you now know that you have road rage, but you also know how to play the game and cut that off. So yes, I do think it's possible for sure. Over here I'm crazy, I road rage, but over here I can be content with my studies and what I do in my routine, and I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected. Yeah, I think it's possible. Just like I said, with the 5'8" guy who plays basketball with 6'8", 6'9", he's much better at certain things. He 5'8", but the motherfucker's fast. Like you can't keep up with him, right? And so that's what I mean by that. It's levels to where if you're gonna be that anomaly, you just have to be so much better at certain things, right? So yeah, I think it's possible, bro, for sure.
Doc called him out. I remember when Chad said, I don't trust it, I can't rock with it on his platform when Bitcoin was at 45K. Since then, it went to 108K.
Okay, let me address that. No, let me address that. And I'll address it very, very earnestly, Hayes. I didn't have I don't move without proper information. And Cuzzo will tell you this. We had a conversation the other day. Cuzzo said, God damn it, we went to an event, Tay. Let me make you laugh. Cuzzo said, somebody said something to me and got the message through in one try. Cuzzo was like, God damn it, I've been saying that shit to him 8 different times for 8 weeks straight, and I couldn't. You know why? Because the way you were communicating it to me, I couldn't understand it. See, that's what we talk about, the discipline. I am not impulsive just to do something because somebody else says to do it. Now, Hayes, if you would have sat me down, and taught me and got me to understand why Bitcoin was safe, how to trade it, how to mine it, and again, I still don't understand it, then absolutely you would have gotten a better response from me. But because I didn't have the education, number one, and no disrespect, but because I didn't look at you as like at Tay's level to I'll follow. Like I'm a Leo, I'm a natural leader, but you have to be a phenomenal follower. I mean, a phenomenal leader for me to follow you. So if you had the education and the receipts that Tay got to show me that you knew what you were talking about, then I would have put my faith in you. But those two things didn't line. Not to take anything from you, but you just didn't convince me or educate me enough to make me feel comfortable enough to make that move. That's my response to that. So you were absolutely right, but I'm just telling you why I never did it, because I did not have the people in my life to educate me and make me get the warm and fuzzy to say they're not going to rob me.